Do you ever wake up in the morning and before your feet even touch the floor, you feel a familiar ache in your joints? Perhaps it's a stiffness in your back that makes you move a little slower, or a heaviness in your legs that makes the thought of gardening feel like a monumental task. Maybe you find yourself sighing more often, feeling a sense of weariness that a good night's sleep just doesn't seem to fix. This isn't just about getting older, it's a signal from your body. We often think of these as purely physical issues, things that happen to our bones and muscles. But in the world of traditional Chinese medicine, we understand that how you feel physically is deeply connected to how you feel emotionally. What if that persistence, or that feeling of being weighed down wasn't just in your body, but in your spirit? And what if the secret to feeling lighter, more energetic, and truly well lies not in another pill, but in learning how to lift your own spirit? For thousands of years, traditional Chinese medicine has taught that our mind and body are not separate. They are two sides of the same coin, constantly influencing one another. Your emotional and mental state, which we call Shen or spirit, is considered the emperor of your entire system, and it resides in the heart. When your Shen is calm, joyful, and stable, it's like a wise and benevolent ruler ensuring everything in the kingdom runs smoothly. This calm state allows your vital energy, your qi, to flow freely and abundantly throughout your body. Like a clear, flowing river nourishing every field and village, this smooth flow is the very definition of health. It nourishes your organs, strengthens your defenses, and keeps everything in harmony. However, when we get stuck in negative emotional patterns like chronic worry, pessimism, or frustration, it's like a dam being built in that river. These emotions cause the flow of qi to slow down, get stuck, or even become depleted. This is what we call qi stagnation, and it is the root cause of so many issues, from aches and pains to poor digestion and troubled sleep. Now, modern science is beginning to validate this ancient wisdom. Major studies that have followed thousands of people for decades are showing a powerful connection between a person's outlook and their longevity. People who consistently maintain a more positive and cheerful mindset have a significantly lower risk of death from all causes. They are far less likely to develop serious conditions like heart disease and diabetes. These studies have even accounted for other factors like income and lifestyle, and the conclusion remains the same. Your mindset itself is a powerful, independent ingredient for a long and healthy life. This isn't just about positive thinking, it's about biology. A cheerful mindset helps to calm inflammation, which is a key driver of almost every major age-related disease. It strengthens your immune system, helps maintain healthy blood pressure, and makes you more resilient to the damaging effects of stress. So when we say in TCM that your qi follows your Shen, we are describing a profound biological truth by cultivating a positive spirit. You are directly supporting the free flow of your body's vital energy, which is the very essence of a long and vibrant life. Let me share a little story about a woman we can call Mrs. Chen. She was in her late 60s and came to see me because she felt tired all the time. She had poor digestion, frequently felt bloated, and had trouble falling asleep because her mind would race with worries. She sighed constantly and described a constant feeling of a lump in her throat. She had a pessimistic view of things, always expecting the worst. This pattern points to a blockage in the body's energy flow, especially related to the liver, which manages our emotions, and a weakness in the spleen, which is affected by overthinking. We didn't focus on a single symptom. Instead, we worked on getting her energy moving and calming her spirit. We started with simple dietary changes, adding gentle, warming foods to support her spleen and avoiding cold, raw foods that were making it work too hard. We incorporated a simple daily routine and gentle stretching to help soothe her liver energy and release that feeling of being stuck. Most importantly, we worked on a simple daily practice of finding one small thing to be grateful for each morning. It felt silly to her at first, but slowly things began to shift. Her digestion improved, the bloating became less frequent, and she found it easier to drift off to sleep. She started to notice the birds outside our window again. Our family commented that she was smiling more. It was a journey of steady progress through consistent care. proving that small, gentle shifts can create profound changes in our overall well-minus being. So, how can you start to cultivate this longevity mindset in your own life? It's about creating balance and flow within your body's systems. Here are a few key strategies rooted in TCM that you can practice at home. First, let's talk about soothing the liver to unblock frustration. Think of the liver as your body's project manager or general. It's in charge of planning and ensuring the smooth, free flow of qi throughout your entire system. When you're stressed, frustrated, or resentful, the liver qi gets stuck. This is why you might feel irritable, get tension headaches, or have tight sore shoulders. A calm and happy liver allows your energy and emotions to move freely. A simple way to help is to drink a cup of rosebud or peppermint tea, which gently helps move liver qi. Another powerful tool is to gently press the Agaspur point on the top of your foot in the webbing between your big toe and second toe. This point is called Tai Chong or Great Surge, and it's a master point for releasing stuck energy and frustration. Second is to strengthen the spleen to stop the cycle of worry. In TCM, the spleen is our digestive powerhouse, but it doesn't just digest food, it also digests our thoughts and experiences. When the spleen is weak, we get bogged down in overthinking and worry, just as a weak digestive system struggles with heavy food. This is common for people who feel bloated, have low energy, especially after meals, and tend to crave sweets. To support your spleen, choose warm, cooked foods like soups, stews, and porridge. Avoid ice drinks and raw salads, which can put out your digestive fire. A simple practice is to gently massage your abdomen in a clockwise circle for a few minutes each day to support healthy digestion and calm a worried mind. Third, we must nourish the heart to cultivate joy. As we said, the heart is the home of your Shen, your spirit. When the heart is well-minus nourished, the Shen is calm and you feel a sense of peace and joy. If you experience anxiety, have trouble with sleep, or feel emotionally unsettled, your heart may need some extra care. One of the simplest ways to nourish the heart through diet is by incorporating reed-colored foods like goji berries, reed dates, cherries, and beets. A few minutes of quiet breathing before you go to sleep can also be profoundly calming for the heart spirit, helping to settle your mind for a restful night. Fourth, it's important to bolster your kidney energy to build resilience and courage. The kidneys are seen as the battery of your body, storing your foundational life force or essence. This is your deepest reserve of energy. Fear is the emotion that depletes kidney energy the most. If you often feel fearful, have a sore lower back, weak knees, or are easily startled, your kidney energy might need a boost. Warmth is key here. A warm foot soak before bed is a wonderful way to nourish the kidneys and draw energy downward, calming the mind. You can also eat more black-colored foods, such as black sesame seeds, black beans, and black rice, which are thought to nourish the kidneys. Finally, a simple yet profound strategy is to move your qi every single day. Qi is like water. If it doesn't flow, it becomes stagnant and creates problems. Feeling stuck emotionally or physically is a sure sign of qi stagnation. The easiest way to get it moving is through physical movement. This doesn't have to be strenuous exercise. A gentle walk in nature, practicing a few simple tai chi or qigong movements, or even just standing and swinging your arms freely for a few minutes can work wonders to break up stagnation and lift your spirits. Remember, these are not quick fixes. They are gentle, daily practices that, over time, help restore your body's natural harmony and cultivate a spirit of cheerful resilience. To make this easier to incorporate into your daily life, here are 2 simple routines you can try. The first is a wonderful spirit-minus calming reed date and goji berry tea. This is a classic combination used for centuries to nourish the blood and calm the heart shanha. All you need are about 5 pitted reed dates, also known as juja bes, and a small handful of goji berries. Simply put them in a mug, pour boiling water over them, cover, and let them steep for about 15 minutes. You can sip the tea and even eat the softened fruits. The best time to enjoy this is in the mid-afternoon when you might feel a little dip in energy. It's especially helpful for those who feel a bit tired, have a pale complexion, or find their mind feels scattered and anxious. However, if you tend to have a lot of phlegm or feel very heavy and bloated, it might be best to avoid this for now, as the sweetness can sometimes worsen illness. A good way to check if it's right for you is to notice how you feel after drinking it. If you feel a gentle warmth in your belly and a sense of calm in your mind, it's a great fit for you. The second routine is a calming evening foot soak. This is one of the most powerful and simple things you can do to improve your sleep and de-stress. All you need is a basin large enough for your feet, warm water, and about half a cup of Epsom salts. You can also add a few drops of lavender essential oil for extra relaxation. Fill the basin with water that is comfortably warm, not hot enough to burn you, and make sure it comes up over your ankles. Sit comfortably and soak your feet for 15 to 20 minutes, ideally about an hour before you plan to go to sleep. This practice is wonderful for anyone who has trouble sleeping, feels anxious, has cold feet, or feels stuck in their head with racing thoughts at the end of the day. The warmth helps to draw your energy downwards, away from your busy mind and into your body, promoting a deep sense of grounding and relaxation. People with open sores or wounds on their feet, or those with severe varicose veins, should be a bit more cautious. After your soak, notice if your body feels heavier and more relaxed, and if your mind feels quieter. This is a clear sign that the foot soak is helping to rebalance your energy for a peaceful night. One of the most important things to remember on this wellness journey is that what works beautifully for your neighbor might not be right for you. It's a common mistake to hear about a superfood or a particular practice and jump on board, only to feel disappointed when you don't get the same results. In traditional Chinese medicine, there is no one minus size minus its minus all solution. We emphasize understanding your own unique body constitution and pattern of imbalance. For example, your friend might swear by starting their day with a warm ginger tea to boost their energy. If they have a cold constitution, this is wonderful. And if your constitution ends to be more heat-why, that same ginger tea might leave you feeling irritable, dry, and agitated. This is why copying others without understanding your own body can sometimes lead you down the wrong path. It's all about listening to your body's unique signals and choosing the practices that bring you personally into a state of balance. Every small, conscious step you take toward better health is a victory. The journey to a long and vibrant life isn't about grand, dramatic gestures, it's about the gentle, consistent care you give yourself every single day. Nurturing a positive, cheerful mindset is not a frivolous pursuit, it is one of the most powerful forms of medicine available to you. Protective measure you can take to safeguard your health, reduce your risk of disease, and truly savor the years ahead. Your mind is your most powerful ally in healthy aging. Have you experienced that connection between your mood and your physical symptoms? Share this article with a friend or family member who often feels tired or worried, so they know that their body's signals are important messages worth listening to. Comment below with the word balance, and I can share another simple